What's good? What's good? What's good? Today we are doing another episode of Discussions. That is my son. Oh, here we go. Hello. Hey. Audio. I can't hear
Oh,
you.
can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right.
Good. What's good? What's good?
What's up, man?
How's your day so far? Sorry, I was a mid blunt spoke. Let me put that down real quick. Happy New Year's.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year to you too.
All right.
Man, I've been grinding today, man.
What have you been up to today?
Man, I got like two more interviews to do.
That's amazing.
Then I just found out I was one on the 12th and then one on the 21st. And then just found out I'm nominated top 50 Kings of 2022. So I got to get busy on promoting that.
I saw that. That's fantastic. That's an honor, man. That people in your corner like that really got you, that they elevated you to that point. Because it wasn't like I saw it,
Yeah, yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
number 50. It was number 7. Homie, this guy,
Hey man,
he
I
is
was like,
number
yo, okay.
7,
Hey,
top
I
50
was looking down the list and I
kings.
was like, number seven, okay.
Exact
Hey,
top
just like that
10.
meter, that little meter goes.
Yeah. Nah, let it go. Let it go. Let that rock. Let that rock. What organization was that?
It's Expiring Authors magazine. I also write for that
That's
magazine too
fantastic.
every now
That's
and then.
fantastic.
Yeah.
How long have you been
They do a
working?
lot, man. They do a lot of stuff. I like working with them, especially Angela and Tamala. We started a little business together where we're gonna help other authors do podcasts, promote and market them and get them going. Because
Exactly.
I
That's
did
the
all the
key.
podcast, all that stuff. Sometimes I want to play the background a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm
I'll
gonna
talk.
let you know I'm there, but I'm gonna be in the background.
I'll riff on that for a second. Is that background work? Is that sometimes you just want to be the creative, but you
Yeah,
don't really
yeah,
get the sales. This is like where a lot of authors like have trouble making this transition. Is that it's nice to be creative. It's nice to edit. It's
yes,
nice to publish. You have to do this though. Like you have to be in front of people. You got to talk. You got to market. You can't find it
yep,
annoying. It's like no one's gonna. There's people to this day. I've been an author. It's about a decade now. People to this day still go. Literally, I had an ex girlfriend tell me this last week. She said, "You being a best-selling author is cat." And I'm like, "Word." Posted it, had to put this shit out there publicly. It's like it's nice to be low key about it, but it's like you have to promote, you have to put yourself out
yes,
there, and you have to
definitely.
learn the business aspect of this, or else you're not going to make any money.
And it's like you have to stay pushing and grinding and relevant. Like when
Mhm.
I'm up in the morning before I go to work, I do all my promotion, marketing. I'm getting it out there. I'm
Beautiful.
there. But by 12 o'clock, I'm done. I don't want to deal with it no more. you know.
I
And
feel it.
people don't know, man. It's a lot of work that goes into it, man. It's
It's
not just okay. I'm an
mostly
author now. You just go buy my book. No, it don't work like that.
not at all. I don't think
And
anyone
I never,
really.
in my wildest dreams, ever desired to do anything other than just write a book. That was it.
What
Now
was
it's
the
like I
dream?
got a lot of responsibility now. It's like, wow.
What was the original dream?
Man, I just got out of jail, man. It wasn't no dream. It was just I know I got this book I wrote. I'm gonna
You
get
had a
that published,
story.
and that's it. But you know the funny thing about it, I was at work and I was working construction. It was raining, it was muddy. I'm like, you know what, man? I ain't doing this for the rest of my life. This
Word.
ain't me right here. I'm like, God gave me more than just to do this the rest of my life. So what I did, I just, man, woke up one morning like I'm going to New York, man. I'm going to Philly. I'm gonna push my first book as far as I could push it. And man, it led me to Howard University, Columbia, Georgetown,
Morehouse.
UC, Georgia Tech, just pushing that one little book, man. And next thing I know, like, well, let me write another one then. Okay. So I wrote another one, then another one. And the next thing you know, it's like, okay. Then I started doing podcasts. I did like over 100 podcasts, been on different shows. I'm like, wow, man, I didn't imagine this. You know, I'm from a small town in Virginia, you know.
Word.
Excuse me. It doesn't, you know, we just don't do things like that. The next thing you know, being actors and movie stars.
A lot of
And
good things come out of Virginia too.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
And
sometimes we
so it
limit
was like,
ourselves inside that box and we really desperately need to escape. Our schema really desperately need to escape what we're used to, who we're used to, the old patterns, the old thoughts. You know, you got to be
yeah.
introduced to more than what's out there.
And see, that was me and my patterns, man. You know, it's like, man, I like chilling with the homies and stuff. This chilling with these homies, man. I ain't living out my destiny, my dream. It's got to be more. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. That was
I
that
just took a
was
chance, man.
that was the major thing for me. I remember that that's when I first got started. Exactly what you're saying. That's when I got started. So I was hanging out with my friends all the time. We'd be smoking and shit. We're in college, like we have the whole world in our hands, but it felt like we weren't doing shit. It's like once we were basically doing, we were all doing tech support at that time. We were
Yeah.
basically doing, they're still in tech support. So they were doing what they were going to do for the rest of their lives anyway. There was no idea of there was more to life than this because we were
Yeah.
already at, that was it. You know, and it's
Hmm.
like for me, it's like we need to be doing so much more. There's so much more stuff out here. There's so many people that need help. And they're just looking at me like, just hit the blunt, you know, you're being too
Yeah.
deep, you're
Right.
being too
Right.
philosophical. And it's like sometimes like they're still my friends to this day. They're still my brothers to this day. I still love them, but they're also like 1,700 miles away from me from physical distance, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like the focus that's necessary to achieve what I'm trying to achieve is it's the amount of work. You said how much work goes into this, the volume of it. The amount of work before 2019 when I first became a bestseller to now, I've done so much more in the past 3 years than those 5 years could ever possibly imagine needing. And it's like I thought from 2012 to 2019, I was doing everything. It was prime time. I thought I was
Yeah.
busting my
Yeah.
ass doing this. Once 2019 hit and I got that first bestseller, I was like, wow, this is just the very like I'm at the very start of everything
Right.
to come, you know. And then it was five best-selling top, and then it's like after five, still people were saying you being a best-selling author is cap.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And the funny
Love
thing
it.
about it, it's like, where's all this money at? I'm like, you know what? It's not like that. You know what I mean?
It should be.
And and then I have to
Here's,
talk to my friend, and she's always like, you should be a millionaire by now. Why not?
why not?
You needed to do all your own thing. You should have published your own book. You should have did it
Yes,
your way. I told you that. Boom, boom, boom,
yes,
boom. And I'm like, no, you're right. You know, but you had to go through the learning process. You had to go through the not winning to
yeah.
become a winner. You had to go through,
That's very
oh,
biblical.
now I know.
It's
Now I
very
know
biblical.
not I can publish my own books. Now I know I can market and promote my own books. Now I know how to do it my way instead of let somebody else control my publishing and you don't receive no
I would
royalties.
say, I
No,
would say
I can do it my way now.
the right way. My way was working from 2012 to 2019, busting
Yes.
my ass, working hard as hell, trying to manage multiple jobs, and then trying to make it's no, my way sucked. I had to learn
Yeah. Right.
the right way. There is one
Yeah.
way. There's no my way, your because that's where most authors, because it's like so I'm also a part of the Multicultural Writers Collective. I may or may not be the founder. That's not no one's business right now. We're not here to talk about that. But I've got in touch with a lot of fucking authors over the years. And most authors are like, I just want people to read my book. I just
Yeah,
ain't nobody gonna read your book until you sell the motherfucker. I'm gonna be real,
that's right.
100%.
Yeah.
Until you have a way to put that in somebody's hands where it's legible, it's readable, it's marketable, the cover makes them go, wow. Because it's like I've realized I'm competing with every person my age. I'm competing also with 50-year-old men or 70-year-old men retired with
Yeah,
millions of dollars in their savings account
right.
with the open ability to just market and advertise. No, I'm also competing, but I'm also competing with men who wrote books 50 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm competing with fucking Langston Hughes for people's attention. I'm competing with Hezekiah Morris as Hezekiah Walker. Hezekiah Walker has a goddamn book. You know, and it's like you're competing with people that made books 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago. The competition is up here. It's not,
It,
it's up here, you know, and people
and you know
paying
what's so
attention.
funny?
That's only here. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And you know what's so funny? Like when I started writing books, I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm feeling that fire. I'm like,
Oh, you got
man, I'm
that
the
dog
best
in
out
you.
there. Nobody can stop me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Absolutely.
unstoppable. I don't want no friends. I don't want nobody. You know what I'm saying? I got this on my own. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out there grinding. I'm hitting the pavement, the concrete. I'm doing every university on the East Coast. I'm like, I'm the man. I'm doing it on my own. And then it's like, who is these people, man? They got these groups on Facebook and they got this and
Yeah.
they all patting each other on the back. I'm like, hey,
You realize that you're in an ocean of other authors.
I'm like, oh, y'all don't see me? I'm doing this. And I'm like,
It's like, but there's
oh
other
man,
people
they got groups
doing.
over me.
It's amazing, but it's amazing. It's amazing though. It's amazing to go back to the multicultural writer collective for a second. When you get to see all these authors and how they're making it, how some people aren't making it, there are so many authors out there willing to help you, willing to support you, willing to help you
Yeah,
promote yourself, or just you can't have this red ocean mentality because it's a wide open blue ocean. People that read books are constantly looking for new books to read. When you're
always.
marketing for people who do not read books, people who rarely read books, you're in a red ocean. You know, you're definitely
Yeah,
in a limited attention market. Other authors are more than likely going to be your best market for books because they are the ones that need the inspiration, that need to see new work, that need to network with other authors. And a lot of
and,
people
you- and
fuck
you know
up
what's
that
so
way.
funny? It was like it was the hardest part for me is like getting into a relationship or like even talking to a woman on the phone because it's like it's all about like what I'm doing right now. Like I'm busy all the time. Like it's books, 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 and it's like I know they're like tired of me just talking about books, 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 but that was
No,
like my
they can't
life and
be.
it's consuming me.
They can't.
And
Today's
these
my
women are like,
anniversary, and my anniversary is the exact same time that I've been an author. I was with another woman before me and her got serious, and what really like the tipping point for me was that I had my girl at that time read the short story that I wrote. It was only like a page or something, but it was really good for this Dungeons and
yeah,
Dragons campaign I was doing. And she read it and she said, I can't give you any feedback on this. I don't know how to rate writing. You know, she's giving me like this very like avoidant, like she never really gave me any like positive feedback. She was never really supportive. If it was about her,
yeah.
like, cool. I showed it to the girl who's 700 miles back in New Jersey. I was in Ohio at that time. I sent it to my girl back in New Jersey. She reads it. She's like, this is amazing. This is a wow. I'm gonna see more of your stuff. And she ended up reading like all my books before I even got published. She read all those. You know, even
Yeah.
now to this day, now is I read a lot more. I got a lot more shit out there. So she hasn't read like every single thing I've wrote now. It's a lot. It's a lot now. But no, like you're gonna that's how you realize you're with your Lilith or you're with your Eve, you know? When you're with your
Yeah.
Lilith, it's a distraction. It keeps you away from what you're supposed to be doing. When you're
Mm-hmm.
with your Eve, even in turmoil, even if you read like the whole book of Adam and Eve, not like the westernized book of Genesis version, but the
Yes.
entire book of Adam and Eve, even in turmoil, even in tribulation, even when the devil himself has personally assigned himself to make your life hell, she will still bring you forth to your purpose. You know, So
Yeah.
it can't be that because it's already not healthy if it's like that. If she's already tired
Hmm.
of you doing the thing that you feel like God purposed you to do, the devil might have sent.
And then you always get in this, why are you single? Why are you single? I'm like,
Gotta be.
dude, because it's like I just ain't felt that one that's held my hand and mid swing and like, come on, I got you. We're gonna do this book thing together. Let's get it.
Do you write romance or do you what genre do you write?
Yeah, I write a erotica romance. I write
Erotica
it's
romance.
just
You
yeah.
write like but I mean like do you write romance where it's just like PG-13, the most they
No,
do is hold hands and kiss. So it's more
it's no
like
PJ-13.
okay.
It's well, the Invisible Woman is more like PJ-13. It's not a whole lot of like nasty, but the player and the player, me too. That's erotica, but
Yeah, I
the
ran I
Invisible
ran into
Woman, I
that
kind of toned it
wall.
down a little bit.
I ran into
Yeah.
that wall too, bro. And it's like romance isn't sex, you know?
Right.
It's everything else.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you're writing in like a 70, like erotica and romance is like 70% female dominated as far as the authors are concerned, but especially the reader's base. You have to tap
And
into that female mindset.
the crazy part about it, I wasn't even gonna do erotica romance. I was just gonna write some crazy kind of books, you know. And my friends was like, okay, you keep telling the world about you. We want to hear about the other side of you. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. So I was just sitting around one day and I was reading a Jerome Dickey book.
I love Eric
And
Dickey.
he's one of my favorite authors.
Oh, me too. He's my
And I was
biggest
like,
inspiration.
boom. And
Art.
it just clicked.
What book
I was
was
like, I
it?
could do this.
Do
And
you
so when
remember?
I started
Do you
writing
remember the
about it,
title?
um, Blackbirds. It's about three women. And it gave me inspiration. So I was like, you know what? My first erotic romance. I was in kind of like a little triangle in Atlanta. I first moved there. I was like, oh, I'm messing with these three girls. Boom, let's do it. So I wrote it. Man, I'm telling you, when I wrote that, the feedback was like, whoa. The women was like coming in my inbox like,
You get it.
we like that right there. Then I got a call. They wanted to do a movie on the book. Yeah, it just shot up. After that, my little meter went from
When was the
empty
book
to
published?
full. Um, I published that one with she also has movies too,
Wait,
but
I'm sorry, both
Lisa
things.
Arthur
What was
Brown.
the Blackbirds by Eric Jerome Dickey? What was the title of your book?
No, mine was the player.
The Play. Okay, 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 okay.
Yeah. Archie Rome's Dickey's book was called Blackbird.
Blackbirds. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure we're following
Mine
along
was
for
called The
people that
Player.
watch this, so they know too. We're on the same. So we're still talking about the book, The Player, inspired by Blackbirds by Eric Jerome Dickey. So I mean this in the most respectful way possible. Where's the movie?
It's on YouTube. The trailer is. And I'm having a little complications with the movie because it's a contract issue. And I
Yeah.
don't want to get all into that, you know.
Yeah, no.
But that's where we're at with
Um,
that right now.
yeah, let's move forward.
Yeah. You know, right?
No,
You know how that goes.
I 1000%. I know this is a no flex zone. That's what artists is. This casual conversation. I have a lot of friends who direct, who do film. I have a lot of people that approach me, and it's like, as an author, you have so many people trying to make money off of you. You have so few
Right.
people trying to help you make money, and
Right.
that's why I just get
That's you know what?
100% cyclical. You have
I've
to
had so many
understand the
people.
business aspect because there's so many people that are trying to take advantage of you. Because you don't, most authors do not realize that you're the value. When you go to
That's
Hollywood,
it.
screenwriters, you're the value. You are they are reading your script. So if you're
That's
Quentin
right.
Tarantino, if you have the power to get the cameras yourself, to write the script yourself, you pay people to read your script. You know,
Yeah.
that's where the power is. Most authors just, I just want someone to read my book. You can, no one is going to read your book until you sell the motherfucker.
Right.
If
Exactly.
shit is free,
Exactly.
if it is free, they will read the freebie and they're gone. It's a one night stand, baby. They're going after that.
Right.
You know, when people want to pay you
Right.
cash for your book to either pick it up from your home, to have you hand deliver it, to have you mail it to them directly, when people are paying you cash for your book, that is
That's
when you
right.
know the movie. But you have to have that, like sick loss. One person specifically, Kareem Williams up in New York. Shout outs to him. He's making that step now, buying his own equipment to film his own movies. COVID,
Yeah.
that kind of slows shit down a bit.
And
But
that's what my friend
it's
keeps telling
hard.
me to do. She said, go to the college, get them the students out of class, get them a
Yeah,
little camera in their hand, do your
100%.
own movie. So that
Because
way you don't
they're
have to
looking
pay
for that first
nobody
opportunity.
nothing. And it's
You,
yours.
you need to find people looking for that first opportunity, or you
Yep.
got to be willing to do some really crazy things because the people that
Mm-hmm.
are established, they don't really need you necessarily. But
Right.
if you're able to build your own team together, that's what I focus on doing. I focus on assembling people together. I focus on getting the right people in the right positions. And then all I have to do is lead by example from that point. As long as I'm pulling my weight, as long as I'm being respectful to other people, people want to do their best performance for that type of person. When you have to micromanage, when you pick people that barely know what they're doing and you assign them the wrong task, everything falls
Yes.
apart completely. A lot of people talk a big game in this industry. A lot of people, I don't know, it's like because it's like being a boxer almost. It's like people kind of have to have that kind of ego. They kind of already have to have that kind of confidence going into it.
And the thing
But
with it,
the best fighters are humble.
and the thing about it, I'm not that type of person that be like back in the day, I'm like, oh, I'm gangster, I'm a hood. But now it's like, man, I try to ease my heart. I want to be chill. I want to be, easy with everybody. And it's like you said, they take advantage of you
Listen,
using your ideas, your concepts, and they want to make money off of you before you not to make
sometimes they're
money.
not even crediting
And
you.
I'm like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. It's just not going to work for me to do that anymore.
You got to own all your copyrights. Own all your copyrights,
Yeah.
own all your IBSNs. And then the
Yeah.
rest of
All
it,
my books are copyrighted by me. Before I
God
even,
bless you. God
yeah,
bless you.
all my books.
God bless you.
I made sure of that.
You
I
need
watch too many rappers don't even have that copyright. I'm like, nah, I know this ain't the rap game, but I'm copyrighting everything mine.
it's worse in the rap game because at least rappers get some sense of physical permanence to their fame.
Yes.
With a book, one, your characters get the spotlight, not really you most of the time. But the book
Yeah.
can be very famous without people ever knowing who you are,
True. That's true. That's very true. That's very true. And for me though, I try to push the envelope a little bit. You know, like before I got it in the game, I noticed I wanted to be different and do different things. Now I see how I've set like the trends. Like I was doing videos with music. Now everybody else is doing videos with music. I'm like, hold on. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's back it up. Hey, I started this. Then I'll be doing different things.
Come on
Now I
now.
see everybody else doing
People have
different.
been
I'm like,
come on now. People have been doing videos with music.
I mean, they was doing it, but they weren't doing it like me.
Forever.
You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to,
Hezekiah Morris invented the
yeah,
music
right.
video.
I wanted to be
Original.
for the generation that's coming up behind to know that writing and reading is dope. You know
That's
what I'm
really
saying?
that's
We can
we
bring
need
hip
to
hop
market
into,
reading.
yeah,
It's like
we can
there's so
bring hip
much
hop into reading, into writing. Hey,
100%.
it's go hand in hand. You know what I mean?
100%.
Hey, because most ex-writers, we wrote when we was locked up. You know what I mean? So come on, we can mix this to the intelligent generation this new way. We don't all have to be rappers, man. We all have a special talent within ourselves. And I try to do that. Like each video, I bring out a different song or different, like Hey, I'm hip. I'm not old. I'm not that old. Like you were saying, that old 50-year-old guy retired, man. I'm young and
Yeah.
hip, man. This is what I do. I
Hey,
got a little
man.
swag too, you know what I'm saying?
Those 50-year-olds, those 50-year-olds write young adult novels. So
You're right. Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing about knowing over 50. I'm not an ageist. I'm just for the PC crowd real quick. I don't discriminate against nobody's age, bro.
Right. But I
I
just
don't
want to.
got nothing to say about no 70-year-old woman writing some nasty ass smutty erotica. I ain't got nothing to say
But
about
they
that,
love it though.
bro.
Oh my God.
I ain't saying
If you
nothing
ask
about
every
it.
woman, and I be trying to sell a book, they be like, "Oh, I like that. Oh, is it sexy? Yeah, I want it. I get it." I even have church women like, "I want that book," and they won't read it. They'll give it to their sister or somebody, and they'll come back and be like, "What did you put in that book? My sister loves it." And I'm like, yeah, I just
You gotta find
smile. You know
out.
what I mean?
You gotta find out. Because they
And
need
then I
it.
gotta look at them watching me and looking at
They
me a
need
certain
it.
way,
They
like,
need it.
yo, this dude over here, he's so free.
Because I know exactly what you're saying, man. I had one woman, she even painted me a picture after reading my work. Because it's like two books. I wrote the book The Older Woman and the book New Girl. She read both, and she was like, "Your perspective of women is just so realistic. It's startling."
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like for you, I imagine it's like you're given a perspective of masculinity because mostly, again, 70% to 80% women writers in this genre, they don't know what men are really like. They're writing
yeah.
fantastical, unbelievable
And
women who don't exist. They need that masculine perspective.
and the funny thing about it, even though the character in my book is a player, the women don't know if they want him to die off. They don't know if they hate him or they love him because he has emotions.
It's
He
both.
has he has feelings.
It's both.
And I'm talking about these feelings coming from a man's side point of view.
Yeah,
They're thinking, oh, he's just a dog. No, he's not a dog.
that's
He's
a
trying to
huge
find his way. And when he decides he wants to chill and settle down with the one that he thinks is the right pick, which we never know. That's when all the chaos and drama comes in because what goes around comes around. So we trying to get out the dirt before the dirt catches us, and we get knee deep in it regardless. And so
big
that's where my
facts.
perspective in the books comes, and
Yeah,
it is crazy.
yeah, yeah. I know what that's like. I was thinking about this shit. I had one class in college. It was introduction to philosophy class, and there were three girls in the class that I tried to get at varying degrees at the process. One I had smashed, like heavily smashed through. The other chick slept over in my apartment. We did a little whatever. Other girl, we didn't really do shit, but that was the one I really wanted. And like I got
Yeah,
these other two kind of fucking it up now.
right.
I went to that class twice. I never fucking went back. It was too much. It was because it wasn't like anything happened that could have been reconciled, but it was like sometimes like coming to face with your own demons. Oh my god, man! It's like sometimes that shit's too much to bear.
It is, and it's like a full-time job. You got to make sure you
Should be.
text the right. Yeah, man, I ain't got
For all the
time.
kids out there, for all the kids out there, demons should not be in your life. It already should not be a fault. But when you fucked up like us,
Yes,
it
yes, definitely.
definitely can't. It
And
should not be,
now,
but it
now I'm
definitely
at a
can
point.
be because it,
Now
it
I'm at a point in my life where it's like, okay, 2023. What I got planned? Like, I got like 3 books I want to put out there this year.
God
The
bless you.
Pastor's Son, The Louisiana Purchase, and the 608 Boys. These are about my boys who I grew up with. And the Pastor's Son is like because my dad was a pastor, and I'm giving a perspective of what would happen if I ever had to go home and lead the flock. But it's not like a Christian book though. It's say the pastor's son, but it gets
I
raw and
understand.
bigoted.
Yeah,
But it's good. It's a real good book because it's coming through the perspective
Christians
of
have
my
something
eyes. And
too.
I've already written that. They're all written. I just need to type them up and get them published. But I've been just so busy with life and promoting and marketing books from back then that people are starting to buy now. So I'm like, well, let me hold off a little bit, sell these some more, keep pushing these a little bit before I write that. You know what I mean?
No. No, you gotta like, oh, I do. Like, I don't know. I feel like, so I did a little research. Like, yeah, but like you gotta fucking keep pushing it. Like, what is
Yeah.
better? What is better? A BMW from the 2000s or the 2023 model? If you're
You
not
know, the
gonna have
2020 is
if you're
nice in
not
the
gonna have the
outside.
1980s, 1950s BMW, the
Yeah.
2023 model, a new product, it's the science of marketing, a new product to a new audience, to an evergreen field, that is the highest potential for sales. A new product to past customers, that's the highest potential. An old product to old customers, the people who are going to buy it have already bought it. The people that might buy it have never heard of you before.
Okay.
You need to keep producing, like 3 books a year is great.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
that's basically 1 book a quarter. You know, 1 book every 4 months. That's perfect. That's enough time to save up your money, to be ready for every single release, to buy your own copies, to distribute them. But like there's so much competition.
Yeah, it is.
You need to stay relevant. I mean,
Right.
you have 7 books right now, so that's enough that every 7 months, every 7 months, every 7 weeks, you can promote 1 book a week, you can promote 1 book a day, but push the capacity,
Okay.
because then
Okay.
it's like once you automate your system, you have a wider selection for people to choose from. You only have 7
Okay.
potential cells now versus having 10 potential cells. So that's
True.
$700 versus 1,000. That's 7,000 versus 10. You're limiting your potential for sales by not having more products to offer, essentially.
Okay. Got
That's just perspective. That's my 2 cents. That's my
it.
20. I say that's my $20 to people, because when you say 2 cents, that's my $20 right there. You take it, spend it on something nice, do what you can with it. We got about 7 more minutes, and then we're cut off for
Okay.
the night.
Okay.
Because the
Cool.
timer is actually right above my screen right now, and it is.
Okay.
The timer is new. Sometimes this used to be for 3 to
Man,
5
I enjoyed this
hours.
interview. Laid back, chill, cool. That's what I
It's
like.
nice, isn't it? It's cool. It's a
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's what I want people to understand. One woman came on the show one time with Tony Dottie. Tony Dottie was promoting. He's huge. He's promoting this big ass fucking conference. She's whoever the hell she is. She has 2 fucking books out. 2 to 3 books out, and it's like great. I remember my first 3 books too. I remember thinking I was the biggest fucking shit on the planet when I was a new author too.
Right.
And she goes, "Oh, this is casual," and I'm like,
Right.
"The fuck? The fuck you
Oh,
mean it's casual? Yeah, it's fucking. The fuck is supposed to. I'm supposed to roll out the fucking red carpet. I'm gonna fucking iron press my
man.
fucking boxers for you.
That's how I used to be. That's
Let
how I
me make
used to be
sure
with
my
my
socks
podcast.
match for you, ma'am."
That's
The
how I used to
fuck?
be with my podcast. They'll be
Not
like,
Arsenio Hall.
I have posters and I make a poster with them and another person that I want to interview that night. And they're like, no, I want my own poster. I'm like, oh,
Dude,
okay,
I do the
you get your
thumbnail.
own poster.
I do the thumbnail. Someone requested shout outs DJ Gucci Money. He suggested that's his name. That's his actual name. I'm not laughing at it. Like he's cool. He's cool. He suggested I do like clips like the Joe Rogan podcast. And I think I'll probably do that because we got some good bits in here. Some good, like, you have some great sections in here I want people to see.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah.
So you got about 5 more minutes, man.
5 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna let them know. You can get my books on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. Let's type in Hezekiah Moore's books. I got 3 new releases that's coming out.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to do one in March. That's gonna be the Pastor's Son. Hopefully this summer, I'm gonna do the 608 Boys. And hopefully for Christmas, I'm gonna have the Louisiana Purchase. That's a love story. That's actually a true story, but it's a love story too.
If you
That's
could,
going to be out about the end, about like the Christmas holiday season time.
you talked a bit
But
about
I might rotate the Louisiana Purchase or
yeah, talk about
Valentine's
that
Day.
one.
It depends on how I'm feeling.
Talk a little bit more about the Louisiana Purchase and the 608 Boys.
Oh man, this is it's about this guy and this female. They meet and they meet under some crazy circumstances. You know, they work together and she has a girlfriend and they get caught up in a love triangle with whatnot and get caught up and oh man, it's just
That's like a
crazy
Omar
because it's
Talib.
like he don't know if he wants to be with her or not, and he really is feeling her, but he don't want to tell that he's
Take
feeling her.
both.
She's really feeling him,
Take
and
both.
like the oddball out is the girlfriend that she's going with. So it's like, man, oh man, it's drama filled. It carries out at the end, but at the beginning you're like, oh my, I know not. Oh my,
Take them both to dinner.
crazy.
Pay for dinner.
Yeah, and the sex scenes that's Steve like
Pay for both their meals.
elevators and outside
Take both.
walks.
Take the gold pill. Take the gold pill. Take both. You don't gotta choose. You got both. Make sure they're friends.
Yeah.
Make sure they get along. Make sure they know that. Just don't worry about
so
it.
it's awesome.
If you're open about it, no, I'm joking.
But yeah, it's awesome.
That's what I read about. I read about that. My main series is like that. My main series is this guy, Morgan Samara. He has about 7 to 10 wives unofficially. And it's like the book is like this unofficial battle royale to see who's going to be, because he's like the king. He's basically the second coming of Christ, essentially. So
okay,
like his wife is going to be the queen of the whole world. It's like she's.
Man, I think I seen something like that on Amazon or on Amazon, man.
It was me. For the Crown of, it may not have been me. I'm not going to say that. Before the Crown of Nadia, but yeah, it's my main series, and there's about 5 books in there. I think you would really like it. It's the same kind of, but it's like I call it Christian erotica, paranormal, urban fantasy, that kind of vibes. There's like elementals and stuff in it. That's the kind of stuff I write. And just niche down, bro. Like you're already there. Oh, one more question. One legitimate question I have for you. How do you go about making your book signings?
I usually just call
I've never
up the
done a real. I've
bookstore.
never done a real book signing before. I've done like events.
Oh man, I usually
books.
call up the bookstore, man, or the library. I'm always going to a library or a bookstore or a university and walking around town. And I'd be like,
they've been wanting me to do. Yeah, they've been wanting me to do that, and I just like.
Oh man,
I just be wanting to like leave my books there and go, bro. I'm just like, how about I just leave these here and I like dip out, and they're like, no, you have to. Like, you have
book signings are the best, man. Like the university book signings are awesome, man. You pull up to a college, and you're like, all right, man, look at this prestigious. Look at you walk around campus, you're the author on campus. You know what I mean? And and these women are coming by, these guys, everybody want to sign your book. You're meeting these college students, different people. Like the first guy to come in, he's like, here's $50. I don't even want your book.
That's what's up.
Then you got the old ladies, they come back, hey, we want to buy your book, but we don't want to buy them from the store. I'm like, you got any in your bag? Of course. Yeah. I always keep a stash. They're paying $35. They're paying triple the price of the book, man. They're just saying that, hey, man, look at this brother right here. He's doing something. He's a writer. Look at that.
That's what it's like at the events, bro, for real. I don't call them books.
My first book sign, I got a heckler the whole time. I'm at Columbia University, my biggest book sign. Like Columbia's where Obama went to. And this woman sat in the front row, she's heckling me the whole time, like, can I get that signed autograph paper? Can I get that book? I'm like, oh. But I just laughed the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
That's amazing. We got about 30 to 40 seconds left, bro.
Man, I want to thank you, man, and thank you for the opportunity to come on your show, man. We definitely got to connect. Now that I met you, now we can definitely connect.
Happy. I'll use both of our posters. His was very nice. Mine was the same one I use every single time. But thank you so much for coming on. Happy New Year's. I'm happy to share
Thank you.
your
Happy New Year
anniversary
to
with
you too.
you. Have a wonderful day, Mr. Player. That was- But I pray that you find a great wife that takes care of you, bro, because it's nothing like it. It's nothing like when you find the
Thank
one
you.
that really loves you. You know, the one that you love may not love you back, but the one that loves you is gonna actually take care of you when you're old, take care of you when your knees go out and shit like that.